Hey coaches, this is Nadina Idamarco here, your co-founder and leader of Team Fit and Spunky. I wanted to talk to you about Shakeology today. I watched a really good thing from Shay Stanford. You may have heard of her, but she is the Shakeology girl. So she kind of has really branded that label or whatever with Beachbody. But she knows a whole heck of a lot about Shakeology, about all of the ingredients, the nutrients, everything in it. Now, I'm not going to talk to you about all that kind of stuff today. I'm going to talk to you very simply about how to break down the actual value of Shakeology. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of her points and things and kind of mixing in a few of my own thoughts about the things that she was saying. So first of all, I'm going to do this in a style where you're actually going to pretend like we're talking to somebody. So we'll just call her Sue because that's my mom's name, so I'm allowed to use that name. But so now if I am talking to Sue, now I've created a relationship with Sue. I've been on the computer with Sue. I've messaged back and forth. I've talked about things that have nothing to do with Beachbody with her. I've been genuinely interested in her life, in what's going on with her, in the posts that she's putting up, in her kids, in her job, in her whatever it is that has connected you to. So I've been genuinely interested in her. I've been talking to her for a little bit. I've waited for an opening or something to come up that has to do with health and fitness, or I've invited her to my fitness page and she accepted and liked my page. And now I'm starting to talk to her a little bit about her health and fitness goals, about her likes, her dislikes, things that she's done in the past, things that have worked, things that have not worked, any limitations, anything that she's got going on. So now I get on the phone with her, and this is really important at some point to get on the phone with her and, continue your conversation there once you start to really get into the specifics about Shakeology, about a challenge group, about how this is different because we are combining nutrition, fitness, and support all in one package, and that's how you lose weight. That's how 100% of people who lose weight and keep it off do it. So you need to relate to Sue. You need to tell her about the diet cycle. So just, Sue, I want to talk to you about this diet cycle. So tell me if this is you, because this has definitely been me before, Sue. I started diet. I'm super excited. This is going to work. I've researched this. Maybe some friends have told me about it or whatever. And I'm starting out on a diet. I feel ready. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I've got what I need to go, and I've got, my food prepped and things ready, whatever you're doing with that specific diet. And then we're going, right? We're doing this diet. We're working into it. About 10 to 14 days later, I start to get kind of deficient in nutrients. And so maybe I've cut myself back to a certain number of calories. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you've got something that you can't keep up with, like some kind of shots or pills or whatever, and you just can't keep up with it. So you are eating too little. You start to get frustrated. You're starting to binge in between. You're starting to go, okay, I start my day out really good. By the end of the day, things are falling apart. Next comes, in the diet cycle we're going around here, comes temptation and frustration. So now I'm getting frustrated. I'm making excuses. I am starting to have thoughts like, forget it, this just isn't for me, this just isn't going to work, it's just another thing, and whatever. And you're feeling this way because you are nutrient deficient. You're not putting into your body what you need to feel amazing, to get all the nutrients that you need, to get rid of those cravings, to increase your energy, all the things that Shakeology do for you. So, next, I start feeling, in the diet cycle, I'm coming around here full circle, feeling guilty, feeling fatigued, feeling hopeless, feeling like this is not going to work. I feel guilty now because now I've been eating all kinds of junk and this isn't going to work, and now I'd have to start over and whatever. This is not something that you can keep up with. This is not a diet that's going to make you feel amazing. So, if any of this you could relate to, which I'm sure coaches that 99% of the people that you talk to can relate to all or some of that diet cycle. So you want to inform them about what are some of the signs of being nutrient deficient. Why are they feeling this way? They start having cravings. They're in a mental fog. They're irritable and sluggish. They don't have energy. They're just kind of So that's your body telling you, whether you're doing a diet or not, or you're just eating normally the way you eat, That's your body telling you that you are nutrient deficient, okay? And you cannot get everything that you need from 10 plates of salad. Like, who's going to eat that anyhow, right? So now we're still talking to Sue, and we're telling her, like, have you felt this way at all? Have you felt sluggish or just down or in a mental fog, or like, and you're trying to do this, you're trying to lose weight? So, what Shakeology does is it takes all of the nutrients that you need and your vitamins, and it packs it into 180 calories. If you were to do this without Shakeology, you would be eating like thousands of calories in a day. So it's brilliant. It's just brilliant the way they've done it. And the thing is, it is like, I like to describe it as kind of like a dry juicing. So picture yourself, you go into a bulk food store and you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to be really healthy. I'm going to buy these dried fruits, I'm going to buy these dried veggies that I see, or I'm going to buy a dehydrator and I'm going to make it myself, or whatever. People get on kicks like that. You don't have to do all that stuff. You can just buy Shakeology, and it's like a powdered form. I mean, add water to that or whatever, and now you've got like this shake that is all done for you. And not only that, but they've figured out how to make it taste amazing using natural sweeteners. Not, stevia is from the stevia plant, and that's what it's sweetened with. There's no GMOs, there's no modified ingredients in there. There's no gluten, there's no soy, and those are the things that are like not going to be good for your body. So the next thing you want to do is start to value Shakeology for them. Don't devalue it. Don't make it like I know that as coaches we do this sometimes. Like, oh, I know it's really expensive. I know, blah blah. It's okay to relate to them. Like, I do tell people, like, I felt the same way you did at first, but now I am 100% sure that this is worth every penny, and I would pay double for it, because of what it does for me, because of the control it's given me, because of the energy it's given me, because of the reduction in cravings, because I used to be this huge carb and sugar junkie, because I'm getting all the nutrients and vitamins in there that I need. So don't devalue it, and don't make it like, well, you could just buy, like, you could buy a bag and then you can return it and you can blah, blah, blah. Be confident with it and tell them, like, this is something that you could do, or whatever, is that you could buy it and you could return it, bottom of the bag guarantee and stuff. And the reason they give that guarantee is because it doesn't happen very often, because you are going to love what it does for you. And be confident in telling them that, in telling them that you've had other customers that thought, oh, I'll just buy it and I'll return it and whatever. And they don't. They keep buying it because it makes them feel amazing. So, it's kind of, Shakeology is kind of like a preventative thing. So, if you walked into a doctor's office and you were sitting there and you were watching people, you'd be thinking to yourself, you'd be looking around thinking, wow, he's like got these problems or whatever, this person, there's so many diseases. Like, all the diseases are starting with the fact that, if you'd gotten to these people 10 years earlier, maybe you could have helped them. Maybe this stuff could have been prevented through nutrition and exercise for them. So that's where you're at right now. You've got to look at the people. There's so many people out there that are going downhill that don't have the proper nutrition. And if you can reach them, if you can get to them, then you can help them. So, let's see. Be confident in, if you believe in something, if you really believe in something, you're not afraid to share it, right? Whether it is, a toothpaste or a mascara or whatever it is. Like, if you really think, oh, I love this, it works, it totally works, be that confident. I know that Shakeology is expensive, but you've got to be that confident with it, because I know that you're holding back and going, oh, I'm asking them to buy something that's $120 and blah, blah, blah. But, they're buying something that's already done for them, that's super easy. They'd be buying this stuff anyways. It's part of their grocery budget. They don't even realize it, but it's part of their grocery budget already. They don't have to be buying all that chicken and salad and whatever, if they were eating correctly, with that meal. And so be confident in being able to tell them that, and tell them that, yeah, it's something that people think maybe they couldn't afford, but when you really think about it, this is where it's coming from. Anyhow, you have to eat anyhow. People will ask me, what are you going to do, drink this shake forever? Yeah, I actually am. You know why? Because I'm going to eat forever, because this is food. It is that much food that you're going to eat forever. So why wouldn't you have the shake forever if it is the thing that nourishes your body the most of anything that you're doing? So, or anything that you're eating. So, share all your knowledge of it and value it, and you have to create a perception of value. So we all have like a perception of what's valued, and this is the reason why sometimes we can go into Target and be like, oh, that's cute purse, it's $20, whatever. But then we also would be willing to go, not everybody, but be willing to go and spend $500, $1,000 on a Coach bag, or a Gucci bag, or whatever it is, because they have created a perception of value for this product, that they have convinced you that this bag is worth $1,000, even though the exact same thing is made a little bit differently or whatever is at Target. But they have made that perception that this is something very valuable. So you have to do the same thing with your coaches. So Sue, this is something that I strongly believe in. It has helped a lot of people that I know. It has helped me gain control, and it is worth every penny of what you're going to pay for it. And it is something that you are already spending. You don't even realize it, but you're already spending it in your grocery budget. So this is something that it's not just like a protein shake or something like that. It's actually a meal. It's actually an all-natural meal where you're getting everything in there that you need, plus your vitamins. Okay, so you also don't want to act like this is just like a weight loss shake or something. So, don't limit your market to being like, oh, it's for weight loss. Don't advertise it as like weight loss, because this is because weight loss is just a byproduct of proper nutrition. So if you are drinking Shakeology, you can drink it whether you have to gain weight, maintain weight, or lose weight. And we all need good nutrition. So don't devalue that and kind of make it sound like, well, it's just something for weight loss, because you're limiting your people that you can bring it to. So bring that to the table with Sue, when you're talking to her, whatever her goals are, bring that to the table for her and tell her why it's valuable to her, that she can add it to her calories for the day, and they would be good calories to add if she's trying to gain weight, or it's a great way of getting all your nutrition if you're trying to cut your calories back. And, combined with the support, of course, and fitness is just a win-win for everybody. Okay, so when you're talking about samples, so a lot of us will, like, say we have our husband signed, or your mom or whoever, you've got somebody else signed underneath your account. So you're probably getting 2 orders of shakes. Of course, the first one should be gone, because you should be drinking that every day, all of it. And the second one, I get packets, and I have those in for samples. But you might not want to be calling them samples, because sample kind of means free. People want free stuff. And again, we're valuing this, okay? Now, let me relate this to back before I started doing Beachbody, before I had my kids or whatever, I was doing preschool out of my house. And I was, we could babysitting, we can call it babysitting out of my house or whatever. But guess what? I created value with what I was doing. And I upped the game, I had a website, I had papers that were going home, I did preschool with these kids, we did circle time. I took all my knowledge of child development and brought it to the table. And then I was perfectly fine with telling people, you're not getting a babysitter here. You're getting somebody who knows what they're doing, who knows child development, who's going to teach your child. You're going to be able to see exactly what's going on. I've got a website going and everything. You're going to check in every week. You're going to see pictures of your child. I'm going to keep you connected. We're going to work together on what it is that you want and everything. And guess what? By the time I figured all that out and told myself, I got to the point where I could have school teacher kids, all school teacher kids. That's all I had. So I worked like school schedule, and these people paid me all year. And how did I do that? Like, now I'm thinking like it's kind of the same type of a thing, because I created a value. I knew that what I had to offer was valuable, and I knew that I was going to make it worth their while. And I knew that, I explained it a little bit more simply to them when they were thinking, well, why am I paying for Christmas break when my kid's not here? Okay, so when you go off to a trip, do you call your cable company and say, I'd like to not pay for the week because I won't be there? You don't. So it's kind of the same thing. I created value. I made it a place where it was sought after, and I ended up with a wait list of kids, school teacher kids, that were waiting for me to be able to have room for them, because I created this value and I provided that value, and then I got a good reputation with it. And so it's kind of the same thing with what you're doing with your business here. You've got to create like a complete value of what you're doing, and that you believe in this, and that you help people see results, and that they really need to at least try this because it is worth everything that you're doing. Okay. So, you can give them individual, like if they say, well, do you have any samples or whatever? And just say, actually, Sue, I do have some packets that I sell. I sell them for $5 each. I would recommend that you buy 4 to 5. And the reason that I recommend that is because Shakeology works at a cellular level. In this day and age, like, we want everything quick, we want it now, we want it done, whatever. But that's not how this is going to work, because it's going to slowly release, your body is slowly going to allow all these great nutrients to be absorbed into it once it starts cleaning out, all of the processed foods and things that you're eating otherwise. So, I really suggest that in order to get those digestive enzymes going and to prime the body for all these nutrients to be absorbed, that you buy, you could tell them whatever, 4 or 5, at least 4 or 5 shakes. I like to do 7 for $35, and then maybe put them into a clean eating group with it. And once this happens, Sue, you're going to feel like a shift. All of a sudden, you're going to feel that energy that I'm talking about. You're not going to feel that from one shake, Sue. You're going to need to get this into your body, let it be absorbed, and, figure out what exactly you like to do with it, what flavors you like, and whatever else. And then your body's going to start to soak in all these nutrients and vitamins, and you're going to start to be more energetic. You're going to start to feel out of that kind of mental fog. You're going to start to feel happier and just kind of going more with it. And, just talk up the things that really it does for you. Those are the things, reduces cravings and everything. Those are the things that it does for me. So, and then when you're giving them Shakeology samples, you want to give them either a paper or you want to give them a video. Make just a quick video or whatever for them, showing them exactly how to make it, because they're going to screw it up. I screwed up the first ones that I made too. And like literally it came out in like a clump, and I was like, what the heck is this? My husband was like, what did you buy there? And it was like, oh, what did I do? But then I read it and stuff, and then I was like, okay, let's try this again. And now, of course, it's awesome. So I tell my challengers exactly how to make it, and tell them not to use dairy milk, because many people are lactose intolerant and they don't even know it. So you don't want them to take Shakeology and then be mixing it with regular milk, and then it's got all this other stuff in it that their body needs to get used to, and then all of a sudden they're not feeling well from it, or they're in the bathroom all the time or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's your shake's fault. This is the problem. So have them make it with like a non-dairy milk, like almond milk or something like that. And, guide them through it exactly. Give them exactly something to be guided through, exactly how to make it. Okay, so, all right, Nadina, like what's the cost of this then? This is like this awesome shake you're talking up, you're acting like it does all this great stuff for you. You're telling me you've been drinking it for 2 years now, and that it's worth all the money that you're spending on it and stuff. How much is it? So you don't want to say it's $130. You want to say it is. Well, first I would say this. I would say, okay, so tell me, Sue, what would you spend on a salad? If you just went to Chick-fil-A or you went wherever and you went to a salad bar or whatever and you bought a salad, most people are going to tell you about $4 to $7, I'd say, maybe on a salad, right? And so that salad plus all your vitamins and stuff that you're taking for the day is in the shake. And so you would be spending on the low end of that. If a salad is 4 to 7 days, when you take your one meal of Shakeology, you're going to be spending on the low end of that. You're going to be spending $4 a day to have all these nutrients and to have all these vitamins in there. And you're going to be replacing something that you're already buying. You got to buy food, right? You got to buy that salad. You got to buy chicken, whatever it is that you're eating for your lunch. So you're going to be replacing something that you're already doing. But the only difference is with Shakeology is that they have you buy like a 30-day supply of it. So that way you don't have to think about it. You don't have to sit there going, where am I going to get my next meal? You don't have to prep for it. You don't have to sit there wondering like, oh shoot, did I forget to take the chicken out? I wanted to make those up before I left today, and now I don't have anything, and then you're eating all this junk. So they make it super simple. They give you 30 days worth. You're no-brainer, you're done, you've got something to make. And that's it. So that's how they sell it. So because they sell it in a 30-day supply so that you don't have to worry about it, then it is $129 for a bag of it. I can get you a program for $10 more, and I can also teach you how to get these things for free. Like, honestly, I paid for like the first bag, and after that, I haven't paid for anything since, because I work towards being able to get my shakes for free, and I can help you with that if that's something you want to do later on, Sue. So if some people, you're still going to have excuses, and they're going to have them saying like, yeah, but $130, like that's not, no, I just can't do that. Like that's crazy. And so that's when maybe you might want to go here and say something like, okay, Sue, let me ask you, if your child was sick, if they needed something, if your doctor was telling them like, girl, you got to go and you've got to get them on the supplement, or you've got it, whatever, wouldn't you do it? You would do it in a second for your child, right? And why aren't you that important? Why don't you put you're the one who's taking care of this child. You're the one who's taking care of your whole family. You've got to take care of yourself first. Don't you want to feel good? Don't you want to feel energetic for your kids? And it's okay to put ourselves first. This is something that you're going to be buying food anyhow. Why not try this? You're worth it to try this. So that's kind of a like go there last resort thing. So and it is true. It's not like deceptive or something like that. It is true, because as moms, we oftentimes do put ourselves last or second or whatever. So it is very true, but it's something, you don't want them to feel like, all right, no, she's going there about my kid. Come on, about my kids, really, So, I wouldn't do that unless you absolutely have to, or unless you are really feeling like this is somebody who really does do everything for everybody else and maybe hasn't even considered that she's not making herself a priority. So, okay, comparisons. So when people are coming to you, I've got Body by Vi, and I've got whatever, and I've got Slim Fast, and are you kidding me? $4 a shake? Well, mine's $1 a shake, and blah, blah, blah. So instead of playing the game of like, well, our shake is better, well, blah, 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 well, we have natural, you don't have to pull out the comparison charts. You don't have to do any of that. You don't ever want to devalue their shake. I would say something like, well, that's great, and I'm not sure how that's working for you or whatever, but I would love for you to give this a try. Take out your bag of Body by Vi. Turn it over for me. Tell me if you see any of these ingredients on there. Number 1 is soy. Soy interrupts the digestive system, your thyroid, your immune system. It's something that is made cheap. Soy is made cheap, so it's used as a filler. So it has been known to even interrupt like the reproductive cycles and stuff. So it is something that companies are using to fill their products for cheap. So they're profiting off of it a lot. Number 2, artificial sweeteners. It stimulates the appetite because it is not recognized by the body. It increases the insulin levels and makes you crave more sweets. So that's why something like Diet Coke, that's why that's so addictive. Have you ever had Diet Coke and you're like, I want another one, or you like have to have it every day or whatever. It's using those artificial sweeteners. Shakeology has no artificial sweeteners in it. It is sweetened with stevia from the stevia plant. So it's natural. You can assure them that it is totally natural. So you do not want anything that's addictive, that increases fat storage and has like cancer-causing, agents in it. I know you've all seen on like the Sweet and Low, like could be linked to cancer, and stuff. I mean, you don't want that kind of stuff in your body, and it's just going to make you crave more sweets because it's not real. It's not real food. You're better off to sprinkle a little bit of raw sugar on your, oatmeal if you have to have it or whatever, than to be adding that kind of stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that because it's marketed as like a diet thing. So, The other thing is artificial flavors, and these are used. These are the dyes and things that are in them. And I know you guys have heard me talk about this a lot with my son and stuff like that. I see a lot of behavior issues and things in him if he has, like, especially specifically red dye, like red 40 or the blue 10 dyes or whatever. But it can be linked to ADHD, to asthma, to headaches, to thyroid problems. And they put these artificial flavors in there, and it's kind of like to make it pop, like to make their product taste amazing or look amazing. And it's just not necessary. It's not necessary for those to be in there. So, let's see. The superfood, now people don't really want to hear about, like, yeah, like we're very quick to say 70 superfoods, it's got 70 superfoods in there, you know, and that's great, that's fine and great, you know, but they're like going, whatever, what's that mean for me, you know, and so I would be more likely to tell people, like the things that the adaptogens and the phytonutrients and stuff do that's in Shakeology, like, number one, strengthens the immune system. So you get sick less, and it makes you more regular, and has probiotics and prebiotics to regulate your system and be able to absorb the nutrients into your body. So, you know, use your own story or whatever, like, oh, Sue, I'm telling you, I haven't been sick since I started drinking this stuff or whatever, or I've just had a simple cold, or whatever it is that your story is about what it's done for your immune system or for your kids or whatever. For the digestive system, it repairs and restores the GI system, and then you know, there was one thing I wanted to touch on too. There was one thing going around about Shakeology having lead in it, but there is not any harmful levels of lead in Shakeology. If you pull vegetables straight from the ground, it's going to test that it has some lead in it. So you know, and what's more natural than that? Pulling, you know, your food right from the ground. So when people say, eat your food, you know, I used to say the same thing, like, just, what the heck do people need a shake for? Just eat your dang food, people, you know? But it is food, so remind them, this is food. It's like a powdered form of food. They've condensed everything down for you so that you can have all these amazing vitamins and nutrients in it in a super simple shake that you can drink every single day, that you can take with you, that you can shake and go with water if you need to, or you can blend it up and make it taste amazing, or whatever. Okay, and number 3, it reduces chronic inflammation. The number one cause of every disease starts with inflammation. Isn't that crazy? And it's because inflammation in your body damages cells in your body. And remember, Shakeology works at the cellular level. So it reduces inflammation in your body, and it strengthens your immune system. So it's going to help with things like migraines and eczema, heart disease, cancer, arthritis, diabetes, blah, blah. You know, I mean, you cannot say that it's a cure-all for things, because it's not. But you can tell them that it has all the stuff in it that help with things with that, because you know, they don't want to hear about, like, well, you know, every little probiotic and, you know, adaptogen that's in it and all this kind of stuff. You don't want to talk over their head. Just, it strengthens the immune system, it strengthens your digestive system, and it reduces inflammation in your body. So it's a preventative thing too. And that's about all I have today, but I just wanted you guys to have that information that she had shared with us, and it was just so good. Like, it kind of changed the way that I'm talking about Shakeology to people, where I can make it more simple, because I want, like, everything. But if you can add value to it, you can talk it up, you can portray your excitement about it through sounding like you're knowledgeable about it, and you know, because I don't know how many times in the groups, you know, we see people like, quick, does it have soy in it? Does it have, you know, gluten in it? Blah, blah, blah. No, you know, I just want you guys to have this basic information. Watch this video, watch it again, watch it again, watch it again, however many times you need to watch it. Put it in your saved videos, watch it again in a month from now, whatever, and just keep yourself fresh on exactly what Shakeology is and exactly how it can help people that you're trying to help. Add value to it. Don't make it sound like, well, you can just get it and then you can just, you know, we can cancel. It's no big deal or whatever. Make it sound like, my customers get this shake and they feel amazing. And if some people decide that they maybe, like, do I really need this? They kind of maybe they fall off the wagon a little bit. They cancel it. They come back. and which definitely has happened with some of my challengers. They come back. I've had 4 or 5 challengers come back for it and say, now I know what it's doing for me. Now I know why I need it. I didn't notice it as much because my body got used to it, got used to absorbing in all those nutrients, but now I am back to feeling sluggish and back to feeling no energy and back to having cravings and back to not being regular or whatever it is for that specific person. And they come back. And make sure that your new challengers know that if somebody does go off of it, they come back. So, because it just does that much for your body. Okay? I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend, and please let me know if you have any questions, and please, please, please watch this. I know it's long, it's 30 minutes, but watch it and watch it again and again. Okay? Have a great day.